everybody. Welcome to episode 37 of Active Reload, a video game podcast. This is a week after we missed. We missed last week, and it is not because of the person that is speaking right now.
No, it wasn't because
it is because this man over here, his back is twisted up like a pretzel.
Yep.
It looks like a uncoiled hanger. It looks like a non-cooked curly fry from Arby's.
Yeah,
it's all broken. Okay, it's messed up, and he was crutching around here last week, and it was
I couldn't sit.
It was not good, so we couldn't record. But here we are. Now we're recording. He's sitting down. 5 seconds ago, he just had a back spasm, but now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with grease. Welcome to the episode. We got a lot of things to talk about. It was a very depressing week in the video games industry.
Extremely depressing.
Lots of layoffs. People getting fired left and right.
Bubbles bursting.
Video games, they're all coming crashing down. Let's find a different hobby. It's all over.
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
You know why I know we're good as an industry? Not
why?
Me and you, but fans of the industry.
Because this bubble was burst before?
Yeah, many times. And there is a way to make a good game without spending $1 billion.
Is Helldivers our savior?
Helldivers just showed that it's possible.
Helldivers is much like Jesus in that way.
Yeah. Thanks.
The Lord and Savior coming to show us that AA games still can exist.
Yeah,
we don't need billions of dollars.
I mean, you can have a AAA game and with a AA budget you can have the best developers on earth with a AA budget. You can make a great game that's worthy of AAA status.
AAA money.
Yeah, worthy of that money.
Yeah.
Just don't spend this too much. You're not Rockstar. Only Rockstar can do that.
Rockstar can actually get away with it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because they spend more money than is humanly attainable for most of planet Earth.
Yeah.
But they say, anyways, you know what? We'll make GTA 6, no problem. We also have some good news. We're going to do a list, top 5. Our first top 5, I think, on video. Am I incorrect about that? I think I'm right.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm correct. First top 5 on video. It's exciting. We'll get into it in a little bit. We'll talk about some games that are coming up this week. Game Pass is getting big stuff. So is PlayStation. They got their PlayStation Essential Plan games of the month are happening. They got some big things coming on this week as well. And yeah, we're just going to go through the whole thing. You know how it goes. We're 37 episodes in. Well, you guys know how this goes by now. So let's just get to it. Let's get to the depressing part. EA, in all their infinite glory and smarts and money-making schemes.
Oh, I put this down because I know you like Respawn.
Yeah, well, I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
So thanks for putting this down. EA, they purchased Respawn, and this is their second time now, I think, that they have canceled a Respawn Star Wars game.
Yeah.
They did it again.
So it was going to be a Star Wars first-person shooter.
It was going to be a bounty hunter-esque first-person shooter in the Star Wars universe.
Made by Respawn.
I'm sold. It's Respawn. Thanks for giving it to me. I really appreciate it. Respawn. EA. I wish it would have happened, but it didn't. So now it's gone. They also canceled a bunch of other Star Wars stuff.
They fired 10% of their workforce too. It's bad news. So
yeah. So Respawn's now doing, or EA, they're focusing more on the Jedi games, which I can never remember the name of. Fallen Order, and Revenge of the Sith. That's not it, but close enough. And then Apex. Respawn is coming out with a new game. This was reported yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't catch this.
By a bunch of different places. They are coming out with a new game. It is set in the Titanfall universe, but they said specifically don't call it Titanfall 3. So
it's called Apex.
Now they're just playing with me. Now they're just like, oh, this James guy, let's mess with him because he sucks. So thanks, Respawn. Cool. I'm glad we're getting another Titanfall, not Titanfall game.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Also, EA closed Ridgeline Games, their developer that they hired just to make Battlefield single player campaigns, and they didn't make one.
Didn't make a single player campaign while they were owned.
It's in 2021. They were formed in 2021.
2042 was the game that came out. When did that game come out? I don't even remember. Was it pre-2021?
No. It was probably 2021. Probably.
Right. And then they probably hired it or formed that group in response of 2042 kind of getting smashed for not having a campaign.
I don't know. I don't think that's what.
But that's what happened with because Black Ops 4 had that same problem.
Black Ops 4. Oh yeah, that
because
was
it didn't have a campaign, and everybody was like,
Well-
it wasn't as big a huge deal, but I think they realized afterwards that they were like, it is kind of missing something when it doesn't have the campaign.
they cut that campaign. That campaign was being made.
It was made,
It was. I mean, it was being made, but they cut it somewhere
right?
in their development cycle, and they're like, "This is terrible. Let's just make a
Well, I think the
battle royale."
Yeah, that's what they were doing in instead of it. They were doing they had zombies multiplayer, and then they were introducing a battle royale for the first time.
Which I thought was really good, actually.
Blackout
Was it Breakout? Oh, Blackout.
Blackout,
Yeah.
Blackout was. I think Warzone's better, but Blackout was a good starting point, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh man, remember those shields or that armor?
Yeah, the armor looked
like ting, ting,
ridiculous.
ting, ting,
Yeah,
ting,
it
ting,
was
ting.
ridiculous. I hated it. So yeah, EA, they're just it's like Wall Street in 2008 down there. They're just firing people left
Yeah.
and right. Grab a box,
Yeah.
take your things, walk out. Your phone shut out once you leave.
But we're gonna talk about positive stuff.
But we want positive things here. Let's talk positive things. So,
If you are a fan of Game Pass and PlayStation Plus,
if you like games,
if you like video games,
that's me.
you have a good month this month.
Yeah, it's going to be a good month.
Service games. I
There's
guess.
lots of good games releasing on the free-to-play services that both PlayStation and Xbox have put together. Game Pass, PlayStation Essential. Is Essential the name of their Game Pass? Is that what it is? Essentially?
No, Essential
Essential?
their Game Passes in 3 tiers. Essential is their base tier. That's their base PlayStation Plus thing. It's called Essential now. So if you want to play online,
Right.
you have to get
You gotta have the
PlayStation Essential.
Right,
and
right.
You'll get these free games this month, which are F1 2023.
Yeah. They're,
James likes that.
Yeah, I
a
like
great game.
F123. The new game is coming out in May. So that's
Yeah.
why they're doing this.
Yeah, well, they always
They'll have people play 23 and they'll be like, "Oh, I want the new one," and then they'll buy 24.
I always play the year behind because I like these
that
games.
makes sense. Yeah.
Sifu, which we mentioned like last week or 2 weeks ago.
You know what's funny is I just bought this on Xbox.
I know because it was on sale
2
for like
days ago.
$5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So I just bought this on Xbox. That's a little disappointing, but whatever.
Well, you lost a French fry,
Yeah.
a medium-sized French fry,
But
and a
think
Coke.
about, you ever have that last French fry and then you lose it and then you're like, dang,
Yeah, I know. You're
what
like,
would that have tasted like?
should I reach back there?
Right. Should
while
I
driving?
eat it from the ground of my car? No, that's gross.
Yeah, you should.
But I could. So yeah,
They last
Sifu.
forever.
Did you play Sifu?
Yeah,
by
I
the
did.
way?
Well, I played a little bit of it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Because
it's
I like
amazing.
it. I've only gotten through like the prologue, and I was like, "Oh, this feels really cool."
I think I played it for. It was the PlayStation trial, so I think you got 4 hours or
Right.
2 hours. It was awesome.
It's great.
I can't wait to jump in.
The mechanics feel very, like similar to Helldivers. They feel very sound,
Yes,
like
it's
well produced and easy to kind of not easy to master, but easy to kind of get the grasp.
very
of.
responsive.
Right.
And I think it's a really cool
The
concept.
art style, cool, is also very very
Very good. Love it. One of my favorite
Sifu.
beat 'em ups ever.
Yeah.
And it came out like a couple years ago.
There's not very many. I mean, beat 'em ups are kind of
They're
few and
lost.
far between.
Yeah,
I
they
would
don't
say.
make much anymore.
Yeah, and when they do,
When they
do,
do, they do a really good
We've
job.
had good ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sifu, Hello Neighbor 2. I never played a lick of any of the Hello Neighbor games.
Oh, they're good.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, they're kinda creepy.
I've seen people play them, and I'm like, this is scary, but I truly have no idea what's going on.
It's one of those scary games that it doesn't look scary, but
Right.
it's suspenseful, I guess. It's cool.
It's about a creepy neighbor,
Yeah.
and you say hello, and then he's got like an upside down room and whatnot.
It's all about like spying on neighbors and stuff. It's cool.
like
and
you're a
then-
kid.
I like it.
No,
What'd you
like when you're a kid,
Yeah, like when you're a
spying
kid.
on neighbors.
Yeah,
I never did that. You weirdo. Did you do that?
of course. You kidding me?
All right, dog.
If I had like really nice binoculars, I would have been in prison already.
Okay.
Just joking. I'm just.
Okay, dude.
So I don't know why. When I was a kid.
Destiny 2, the Witch Queen, huh?
Okay.
The Witch Queen. I don't remember this one. I'll be honest.
It was
with you.
actually the first good one.
That was the first. How long ago was this released?
It must have been 3 years ago.
Wow, thanks, Destiny. You're releasing this on Essential 3 years late. Most people are. The people that are playing Destiny 2 already have this.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. But I think they want to get new players in before their new one comes out. Well, I don't know, man. Their new one was delayed a few times, so who knows?
Oh,
where
their new DLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
the Last Light or
Dude,
something.
I'm
No.
really. By the way, question for you.
Whatever.
You probably don't know the answer to this. Is Bungie from Australia?
No, they're from Seattle. What are you talking about? Australia. Maybe.
Second question. What do
There's
we-
probably a lot of them from Australia.
So Bungie, do you think they're gonna? I feel like we talked about this. Do you think they're gonna do a Destiny 3?
No, they're going to do a marathon.
That's right. We did talk about this
Yeah.
because I remember that's the exact answer you said last week.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good at
and
this.
guess what? Capcom didn't make them either.
Although, second thing, Marathon. I didn't know that was something that had existed before
Yeah.
Halo. No idea.
Yeah.
I had literally no idea that was a thing.
It was on Mac.
Right.
It was like one of the first like Doom clones
Mac.
to come to something other than DOS.
Mac is disappointing.
I played it when it came to Xbox Live Arcade and when the 360 came out, and it was really good.
So that would have been like prime Bungie then.
Marathon
Or, like,
is really good.
Xbox 360.
Yeah, very.
So are they rebooting it? Are they like restarting from scratch?
I don't know.
I think they released a trailer that looked. Some people probably picked up on what was going on, but I remember seeing that trailer and be like, I have no idea what this is.
No, they didn't show much.
No clue what this is. So, yeah, Destiny
Yeah.
2 The Witch Queen. So, F123, Sifu, Hello Neighbor 2, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen are the ones you're going to get
No.
for this month on
On
PlayStation
PlayStation.
Essential. Game Pass titles that are coming to Game Pass for this month. New Game Pass titles.
Yeah, Warhammer 40K bolt gun.
I don't know what this is.
It's a boomer shooter is what they like to call it.
You're a boomer
It's an old
shooter.
school first person shooter, kind of like the one I'm
Boomer
playing
shooter.
this week, which was Star Wars Dark Forces, but
Right.
newer, like way newer.
Is this a new, like, because they just came out with Darktide, didn't they? I thought
Yeah,
they
they
just
did.
came out with Darktide. Is this
Last
a
year.
new one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
wow.
Warhammer games, what are they called? Games Workshops? Games Workshop?
Workshop? I mean, that makes sense.
They make a lot of games. A lot of their games are buggy, but from what I
Nice.
hear, Bolt Gun is.
Did you do that on purpose?
Why?
Because like
Buggy?
Vermintide is like all bugs.
No. Vermintide is not all bugs. They're all rats.
isn't it? Well, whatever. What's the difference?
well,
so yeah, Bolt
yeah.
Gun.
It's good. And then Control
Sure.
Ultimate Edition, which is all the DLC,
Yep.
I think is really good.
I would borderline say don't even play the DLC.
No, don't do it.
You don't need to. You can do the Alan Wake one
Yeah,
if you want to
skip
play
that
Alan Wake 2. That's fine. That makes sense. But just play the base game. I don't think any of these DLCs are worth spending. I mean, they're free.
Well,
so
you're
whatever.
getting it from
but you're
your
spending
service.
a lot of extra time in it, and they're
Yeah.
not. At that point, by the end of the actual campaign of Control, for me anyways, I was like already kind of burnt out, and I kind of forced my way through these DLCs. But do what you like, do whatever you want. They're good games. Control is a very good game,
Awesome.
very fun to play. I love throwing stuff in that video game. We talked about this already, but
Best telekinesis
Yeah.
simulator ever.
BioShock would like a word, but I agree.
It's better than that.
You think so? Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I would definitely agree.
I mean, I don't know if it's a better game, but
No.
the mechanics that you use for telekinesis, I think is
yes,
better.
Agreed. I would argue, actually, do I want to say this? Control's not a better game. But a lot of like the core mechanics are definitely better. And I think that just comes with age.
Yeah.
Because they're a newer developer, like the shooting mechanics are all very good. The cover mechanics are all very good. But granted, they're different. Like one's third person, one's first person. So it's a little different, I guess.
Yeah.
But the story in BioShock is definitely better.
Yeah.
Definitely better.
All right. Now, and MLB The Show.
Yeah, it'll be the show at 24. That comes out in 2 weeks. I'm nervous. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about this game. Granted, sports games.
James is a huge fan.
I'm a big fan. It's my number one game every single year that I end up playing. There's not an easier game for me to just plug into at the end of the night, really kind of dead brain it, no big deal. It's the easiest game for me to do that with. And the last year especially was kind of a disappointment, I think, for a lot of the fan base, kind of me included. They put in a lot of different implementations on their Diamond Dynasty mode, their Ultimate Team mode that I usually play, that fans were not necessarily fans of. And yeah, it doesn't seem like they're really changing that part of it very much. They have shown some new things that they're adding. They say this every single year that they're adding like over 400 plus new animations, gameplay animations. And I'm like, okay, we say that every year. And then by the time we're like, okay, I've seen all these. They're also doing something that's kind of cool. They're doing a Road to the Show, which is the My Career version of MLB The Show. They're doing a Women Pave the Way. So you can create your own female character and make it to the MLB. It's kind of
Really?
cool. I thought that was cool. And then they do the Negro League stuff, which I think is very, very cool. The Negro League stuff that they do in that game
Yeah.
is awesome. But we'll see. I don't know. I just think they didn't do a tech test, which is always something they do, and they decided not to do it this year, which makes me really nervous.
Is it in black and white?
What?
That league?
The Negro League?
Yeah.
The Negro League stuff? No. Well, some of them are. Like, they have some moments that are in black and white and some that aren't. I don't know. It kind of just depends.
But they do a good job at like showing off.
It's like they try to tell you, because most of these like Negro League stuff, they're built on like kind of mythical tales of these players because they were never televised necessarily. So like Satchel Paige, who was a very, very prominent pitcher in the Negro Leagues, it was said that he once threw a ball like 106 miles an hour or something like that. And then one time he told his players, his outfielders and infielders, to just come sit around the mound and watch me strike out this batter, like in the middle of a live game. So they have moments in the game that are like, hey, strike out this batter while none of your fielders are playing their positions.
That's another thing that we should mention. That's a Sony-made game.
It is a Sony-made
coming
game.
on Game
Xbox.
Pass.
Yeah. It hasn't been the last few years.
Does it say Sony Studios?
Yeah. It's Sony. I don't know if it says Sony specifically.
Sony San Diego,
it might be
I think?
Sony Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
Yeah, it's like Sony Santa Monica.
Wait, no, it's not
San
Santa
Diego
Monica.
Studios.
San Diego, yeah.
Sony San Diego Studios, yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm going to play it regardless. So
Cool.
that's how it works.
I'm glad you like it because I can't do a baseball game.
You'll get there.
I have to play with like someone next to me and like have to strike them out and it has to be fun. Otherwise, I'm not a huge baseball fan.
Mm-hmm. You like the couch co-op version of baseball games?
Yeah, I like Bases Loaded 3 on Nintendo. So if it's anything like that,
Bases Loaded 3.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I will say about the older, like MLB games. The names used to be a lot cooler. Bases Loaded 3.
Yeah.
The Bigs.
Ninth inning.
They were all cool.
Bottom of the ninth is what it was called, actually. There's a couple of really good baseball names.
Now it's just MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess. But the Bigs, that's awesome.
Is your mic drooping a little bit?
It is drooping a little bit. I'm going to move this. I
Okay,
apologize for the noise. There we go. That feels better. Now I don't feel like I'm looking down to talk to people on the microphone. Okay, so yeah, that's what's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, top 5.
Big month. It's top 5 time now, ladies and
Top
gentlemen.
5 time
So,
now. Let's
one of
do
the biggest movies
it.
of the year just released. If you're watching this at the beginning of March of 2024. Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 just came out. It's going to make a ton of money at the box office, and it is truly an amazing piece of work.
It's awesome.
You should all go see it.
It's a really good movie.
So that got us thinking.
Yep.
That got us thinking this week. We thought, man, I really love a game in the Dune Arrakis, universe.
There's been a lot.
We are going to get a newer one. I think it's called Dune Awakening, I think is the trailer that came out for that game.
It's a survival game, though.
Yeah, it's a survival MMO, if I remember.
Yeah.
Like survival MMORPG, which MMO is odd for me on Arrakis.
Maybe
Barren,
not. I don't know. Maybe
Wasteland.
it's good. They have really good real-time strategy games, though. Like
Right. That's true.
in the history of video games,
That's true.
I guess.
They also did a very cool Microsoft Flight Simulator thing.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, that was real. I wasn't joking when I said that. Flight Simulator did a partnership with Dune, and you get to fly an ornithopter, and you're going around like picking up patrols and stuff.
The ornithopter
and it's on Arrakis.
is the
cool.
like dragonfly looking.
Yeah, it's the helicopter of the Dune world, I guess.
Cool.
But yeah, so that got us thinking. We have top 5 movie licenses / TV show licenses, because I put a little indentation there. We want to see in more video games. So we've had
Or
Revisited.
revisited.
Yeah, revisited. Correct. Yeah, these aren't all original, because some of these on the list have probably all of these on my list have had games.
Half of them on my list, or maybe 2 or 3 of them have been video games before, but in the Nintendo era, maybe Super Nintendo era. So
mine have definitely been games. I think every one of these except for one of them. One of them have had games.
Okay.
I think.
Do you want to go first?
I got how many OLIs do you have?
I have 1. Can I go first?
I have 2. So
can
you
I
go first.
Okay.
Go ahead. What's your OLI?
I have an OLI, which is outside the lines.
Outside looking in. Stop doing that.
I'm just joking.
I hate it.
Outside looking in. Children of Men.
Oh, that's a great pick.
That's
a great pick.
And so,
wow.
I like. I love that movie. But I also wrote down the studios I would think
That's a great pick.
would
I wish I would. You blew me away right there because that is such a good pick.
which would do a good job at making this. I think Asobo Studio, they make Plague Tale.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think
That's
they would do a
perfect.
really good job at Children of Men, which is a post-apocalyptic movie where no one is born.
Yeah, men are no longer fertile.
Yeah, and
Is the
so
idea.
there is one woman who is pregnant. They have to get her to safety, basically. And
conceive.
so it's almost like a
So would you want something that follows the movie like that?
yes. I
Or-
want it to
okay.
follow the movie.
So you want a movie video game?
Yeah. So like a I don't know, an Odyssey style game where
Yeah.
you just go on an adventure, try to make it to
Sneak
the finish
King.
line. Yeah, Sneak King. And I
Famous
think the
Odyssey style
Asobo
game.
Studio would do a good job because I think Plague Tale does a really good job as taking your little brother. I think that's
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah, that's right.
You take your little brother and you protect him.
That movie, the game's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't
But-
he the Rat King? Spoilers. Sorry,
Yeah, something weird like that.
It's really
Lots
odd.
of rat stuff in it.
it's really odd.
I'm not
It's
a
really
big
weird.
fan of that game that much. I know a lot of people like it, and
Mm-hmm.
I know they hit the nail on the head when it comes to the themes of that game and stuff, and
Right.
the feelings, all the feels. But yeah, they
Okay.
would knock it out of the park.
Children
Number
of
5.
Men. That's a great start.
Yeah, I have good ones.
That was your OLI. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Number 5, Rambo.
I can't believe I didn't put that on there.
Rambo.
Why didn't I put that on there?
Now, there's an obvious
Dang it.
company that would do a good job, and that's Teon. That's the people who make the RoboCop games and or the RoboCop game last year and the Terminator game from a few years back.
Oh yeah.
They do a really good job
Yeah,
at
that's a good shout.
keeping that 80s aesthetic. And,
Yeah.
But I really would like to see a Respawn game of Rambo.
You got my mind going right there.
Respawn would knock it out of the park.
I don't know how valuable the Rambo title is, but I could be completely wrong.
No, you can call it First Blood. Just do First Blood.
That's true. No, I think you'd have to call it Rambo.
well, yeah, but I don't know.
Rambo has like they have like a bunch of arcade shooters.
Yeah, there's been old Nintendo games
Yeah.
and stuff, but they've never been good ever.
On rails shooters too. Yeah.
On
I don't,
rails, yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Never been good.
No.
Number 4, Beavis and Butthead.
Okay. Okay, I know exactly who you're going to pick for this.
For a developer?
Yeah.
Who?
Is it the people that do the South Park games?
Yes, you got it. How'd you know?
Yeah.
Obsidian.
Because that's perfect. That would be that's the perfect one for them.
Yeah, I
for
wrote
sure.
down Obsidian. I think I really like the idea of, this is kind of the concept of Beavis and Butthead. It's a really smart guy, Mike Judge, writing really dumb characters.
Right.
And having them go through adventures and stuff. So Obsidian are the super smart writers
Mm-hmm.
over there. And it'd be awesome for them to make a Beavis and Butthead game in the style of the South Park RPGs.
Mine, yours. I should have gone first. Okay. Because yours are all like way better than mine.
All right, Beavis. I love Beavis and Butthead, and they had Nintendo games or a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis game that they were really good.
Yeah,
Number
the
3.
Stick of Truth people would be like those guys that
Yeah.
do that would be very good.
So it started with Obsidian,
Mm-hmm.
and then part 2 went with Ubisoft in
Right.
San Francisco, I believe.
Yeah,
So number 3, Big Trouble in Little China,
that makes sense.
and have Naughty Dog do
It's a
it.
good. That's a good pick.
Naughty Dog.
That's a good pick.
Imagine Naughty Dog doing
Man,
that.
you are. These are all
Really good.
the early 80s.
So hire
to,
me. Yeah, I know.
Like early 90s.
Well, because of the 80s, just they fit in the video game world way better.
yeah, I mean that's fair. That's and just in terms of pure like action.
Yeah. Because I don't want anybody. I mean, you could have a Big Trouble in Little China with all the actors playing all the motion capture, but all you really need is Jack Burton. Remember what old Jack Burton says in
Oh,
times
that's
like
what that's
these.
from. Okay,
Everybody relax. I'm here.
right, got it.
All right. Number 2, my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah, Escape from New York.
No,
Oh, it's not.
not my all-time favorite movie. I got top 5 favorite movies. There, both of them are in this number 2 and number 1, and
We're not doing top 5 favorite movies.
I know. But the 13th Warrior. I don't know.
This is your favorite movie?
one of my favorite movies. Yeah, your aunt worked on this movie, by the way.
Bloodsport, I thought was your favorite movie.
It is.
Oh God, did I just spoil that?
Yeah, you did. No.
Oh, okay.
13th Warrior. If CD Projekt Red got a hold of this, and
I don't even know what this is.
13th Warrior is a movie. It's an adaptation from
Thanks.
Michael Crichton,
Okay.
Eaters of the Dead.
Oh right. Okay, you've told me
It's
about
a
this.
retelling
Right.
of Beowulf. It's
Right.
awesome. It's really, really cool.
Okay. Yeah.
13 characters. going on an adventure
Right.
in 3 different lands.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a Witcher game already. And you can, and CD Projekt Red is really good at juggling a million characters, so they can juggle 13 characters.
If CD Projekt Red in their next
They heard
big
this?
announcement and they said Witcher, no,
I would
13 warriors.
I would lose it.
Yeah, everybody else would too, and in terms of pulling out their hair, wondering what the hell's going on.
And they do a really good job at doing like Viking stuff because this is a
Yeah.
Viking tale. With the main character, Eben Thadlad, who's a real person who is one of the first.
My aunt worked on this movie.
Yeah, she did.
Why
She
did you
did
know
all the
that?
horses. She would.
Why did you know that?
Your mom told me. Shout
My
out.
mom works here, by the way.
Yeah, number 1,
Yeah.
Bloodsport.
Okay, I did spoil that. I'm sorry. I should have. Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
my fault.
Bloodsport. This is so obvious who to do this, who to tackle this.
The Sifu people or the
No.
Sleeping Dogs people.
No, that would be pretty cool. Sleeping Dogs people are defunct, but that would be a good job. But I just wanted like the Fight Night UFC guys to handle this
Okay.
because they have done a story
Oh, so you
before.
want it to be like
A fighting game.
like an actual arena fighting game? Okay.
Kumite.
Okay.
Just a fighting game. Yeah, like a pure fighting game, kind of like Fight Night, but with a story.
Right.
And they did a story in Fight Night, and it was fantastic. Fight Night Champion.
Okay.
So you can do Bloodsport,
So
and then have Jean-Claude Van Damme consult. And the
consult.
guy that they're named after, Frank Dukes, have him consult that crazy dude.
Okay. So yours.
I don't know if that guy's alive, by the way. So
Yeah,
R.I.P. if he
We'll
passed.
see. From beyond the grave, he'll consult.
Yeah.
Okay. So yours are a lot different than mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Mine are a little different. More modern to start. Mine are.
wanna hear.
But that's okay.
Go.
That's okay. I have 2 OLIs. First one, we haven't had a good Transformers game in a long time. I really think there's something, especially with Hasbro, with what they just did with Barbie. Like they've got the money to do kind of whatever they want. And I think they could do something interesting with the Transformers IP. They could make a very good game out of Transformers. Haven't seen a good Transformers game in forever. They've been stuck in the early 2000s version of like movie video games. They're just kind of made like garbage.
Who the company that makes that 2B game? I forgot what it's called.
To
The character her name is 2B. It's one that
to be or not to be.
why can't I think of it? Whatever, the machines. They're like from the future fighting other machines, robots.
Real Steel.
Nope. Gosh,
Oh.
whatever. But they made a Transformers game that was disappointing.
They just did. It wasn't one of them was like Fall of Cybertron that just
Yeah.
came out recently. And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
think so. Yeah, not good.
why?
good
So yeah,
pick.
that was one. Another one on the list here that this is a film that I hate. I think is truly god awful, but very good possibility for a game.
What is it?
Waterworld.
Oh, wow, you got me.
Waterworld would be cool.
That would be cool.
I hate the movie. Movie's terrible, but game, perfect game environment. Everything's under the water. They did the raft. Remember the raft? Isn't
Yeah,
that what
it was really cool. Yeah.
And that kind of had like a Waterworld, like even if you got to like a oil derrick or something like that, you could see that like the world got covered in water and whatever, and that was kind of the running story. But I want a Waterworld game. Kevin Costner, come on, and what's the word that you used for the other guy, Frank Dukes? He can consult. Yeah, consultation, I guess, and he can tell you if it looks good or not. That'd be cool. I'd like a Waterworld game.
Yeah, me too.
Why not?
Awesome
Pretty cool.
bad guys.
I hate the movie, but game could be cool.
It's Kevin Costner's best movie.
That's such a bad take. Do you realize that
It's
Dances
his
with
best
Wolves
movie.
exists?
Yeah, I can't stand that movie. I can't stand. I mean,
That's so bad.
I don't like to say I can't stand Kevin Costner because I've never met him. But
I mean, I don't
every
think he's a
movie
great
that he's in,
actor.
I seem to hate,
I don't think he's a great
except for Waterworld.
actor. That's such a weird pick because that one is the worst version
I
of
love
Kevin
that movie,
Costner,
man.
in my opinion.
That is like, if you are a big, I don't know, production designer type of guy,
okay, that's set designer.
set design and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
That's fair.
It looks like a play. It looks like I want to go and play there.
It reminds
I
me.
want to play in that giant tank.
It's like Mad Max in that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I
But
love Mad Max.
Mad Max is a lot cooler.
Oh, way cooler. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Also, a really good video game.
true. We
adaptation.
talk about Mad Max
I
every
know.
week on
Go
the
ahead.
show.
Sorry.
Okay, so those are my two OLIs: Transformers, Waterworld. Number 5 on my list. We've had many video games of this, but not any that were really very good, especially recently. Godzilla. Godzilla's popping off right now.
Yeah, it is.
Bigger name than it probably has been since the 50s. And I think Godzilla could be we could get a really good Godzilla game, in my opinion. I don't know how you would do it. I honestly think the best version of a Godzilla game, and this is going to sound crazy, and this is part of the problem with some of the movies, but I think the best version of a Godzilla game would probably be you playing a human. Is that crazy?
No.
I think the best
Get out of here.
Best version of Godzilla game, probably like that. But I don't know. Godzilla. The problem with Godzilla is,
You have to be Godzilla in a Godzilla game.
I get that, but you also have the problem of he's a god. So
Yeah.
how do you make that interesting?
Well,
You see what I mean?
I don't know. There has been some really bad Godzilla games.
There's been a lot of bad Godzilla
There's been
games.
some adaptation sort of Godzilla games like Rampage and World Tour.
Oh yeah, Rampage.
Back in the day, and then what's that game called? Attack. It's like something of the monster. King of the Monsters. It's a fighting game where you play as Godzilla.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They had a
arcade
fighting Godzilla game?
game. Yeah,
That's
it
kinda
was
cool.
very much like the old wrestling arcade games.
Okay.
Button mashers.
Cool. So Godzilla, monster
Mm-hmm.
game, just stomping on stuff, walking in the ocean, even though it doesn't really make any sense. Just give it to me. I'm cool with that. Number 4, this slid down my list as I got further on picking names.
Really?
Dune. Yeah.
Dune.
Dune. I'm Dune the description here. So Dune, I think, could be a very cool game. I think it would be very difficult though.
Super hard.
Because Arrakis is a planet, not the most interesting planet. I don't know how you would make it interesting outside of the Paul Atreides story. You could do a lot of the political stuff between House Carino, the Harkonnens, the Emperor battles. But then, even then, you're getting into like Star Wars Episode 1 stuff, and nobody wants to listen to a full 16 hours of trade agreements gone wrong. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do a good Dune game other than making it focus on the Paul story, and we just got arguably the best version of that.
What is Dune? I guess Dune
It's
is like
planet.
you need a religious aspect, you need a Messiah complex aspect,
True.
you need a political aspect, you need interstellar travel,
Yeah.
and so, I mean, that's Halo.
Oh my God.
So you want a Halo game?
Halo. Yeah. Yeah. Dune Halo.
So know what you need to do? Go call up 343. Get rid of
That's not a bad idea. Well,
Microsoft. Stop making.
Okay, wait a
Halo
minute. Well, if
343
you're,
make a
no,
Dune.
here's the thing. I've been playing Halo Infinite recently.
Yeah.
The campaign,
Yeah.
that game's good. The campaign, the shooties in that game are arguably better than they've ever felt.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah.
The grapple hook.
The story's so bad though.
I don't hate it. I think it's okay.
Also, I really like the Halo worlds. Like, I mean, like
The ring
the
worlds?
literal ring worlds.
Right, okay.
Where there's snow, there's desert.
Right.
In Infinite, it's just one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but
Version of it.
but the ring's destroyed. That's how they
I know.
get away with that.
That's how you
Yeah, they got away with it.
reconcile
Right.
having a
But the
half of
grapple
the game.
hook, the grapple hook's awesome.
Grapple hook is really good. Best
You don't-
grappling hook in video game
I
history.
literally don't use anything else because they give you other things that you can use.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to use any of these.
And one of the best things about Halo and the old Halos is exploring the map. And then
Yeah.
Infinite, they were like, hey, you want to explore the map? We'll give you
A ton to
a
explore.
tool to explore
Yeah.
really well and fun.
So yeah, Dune Halo, good idea. No, Dune game could be cool. I just think it would be very difficult to make, so that's why
Yeah.
it slid down my list a little bit. Number 3, I'm surprised you didn't mention this because I think this would be perfect.
What?
Perfect for video games. Blade Runner.
Yeah.
A Blade Runner like detective story in the Blade Runner universe.
Yeah.
Similar to Cyberpunk, I get it, but around the same political aspirations of what's going on in the Blade Runner universe.
Well,
Awesome.
you're in luck because there is a Blade Runner detective game. It's a point and click game.
Oh,
It's been
what?
it was remastered by my boys at Night Dive Studios.
That's great. It's a point and click game.
Yeah.
I'm out.
And that's also one of their least, like the lowest reviewed remaster is that Blade Runner game.
Because it's a point and click game. I don't want to play. I don't
It was
wanna,
good though.
I don't want
liked
to play
it.
Myst. I want to play Blade Runner.
It's a lot. It's not like Myst.
Right.
It's way better than that. But you don't really.
But give me Blade Runner though.
Yeah, Blade Runner would
Blade Runner
be
would be sick.
a first-person shooter. Blade Runner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. A little bit of a beat 'em up too, because the Blade Runners are sick with
Yeah,
their hands.
you got to be playing as a Blade Runner though.
Yeah, of course. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Or they tell you, oh, are you Blade Runner or are you not a Blade Runner? Kind of like the
Yeah.
first Blade Runner did. Anyways, Blade Runner, that'd be a cool world. Number 2, I am stunned this does not have a video game. This series is popping off bigger than almost any other series on planet Earth right now. Game of Thrones. How do we not have a video game of Game of Thrones? Give me... Yeah, but that doesn't count. we don't count that. Give me an open world Game of Thrones game.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be in the era of the Targaryens. It doesn't even have to be in the area of wherever Game of Thrones is right now that I can't think of the name of the kings. Just put me in Westeros, any time or place, and
Yeah.
I'm playing that game. Good writing is all I need, and I will be into the Game of Thrones
You have
series.
to have the wall.
It is such a rich world.
It has to be, the wall has to be there.
Yes.
Intact.
Travel
Yeah.
the world. You're going north. Go past the wall. You're killing some wildlings. Maybe killing some giants.
Yeah.
That could be the whole game. You could be, I can't even remember what they're called, but you could be the people that work on the wall. And that's the whole game. And I'm in.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
God. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Give me a
good
game.
job. Yeah.
And it's huge. That's a huge thing that's going on right now. House of the Dragons coming out in June. We get a new, 14 other Game of Thrones series coming out here soon.
What's coming out in June?
House of the Dragon.
Oh, the show.
Second season. Yeah, second season House of the Dragon
Oh,
coming out in
God.
June. It's great. I'm so excited. I could not be more excited for that show.
Are you
Love it.
joking?
House of the Dragon? Do you not like House of the Dragon?
Oh man, I thought that was the worst stuff I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
Am I
House of the
getting
Dragon's
them mixed up though? I might
You
be
might be.
mixed up.
What are you mixing
What
up?
was
here?
another show that came out that was really disappointing at that time?
Oh, are you thinking of the Lord of the Rings one?
Yes, the Lord of the
Okay,
Rings one.
okay.
I never
Rings
saw
of Power.
Yeah. Rings. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, House of the Dragon. Is
I
Game of
never saw
Thrones.
House of the Dragon.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you like Rings of Power though?
I didn't watch Rings of Power.
Okay.
Here,
Because if you go Rings of Power was great, I'd be like, okay,
no. You want to be honest with you? This is kind of an interesting situation that Lord of the Rings is in. Outside of the original trilogy and the Mordor games,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is kind of struggling in terms of good
Yeah.
IP, like good stuff that they put out outside
hear
of the
you.
original trilogy.
I hear you.
But the Mordor games are good. Shadow of Mordor, those are good games.
Yeah.
But the prequel trilogy is not very good in my opinion. Rings of Power, I've heard many mixed reviews, so
Hey James.
it's whatever. Huh?
Hey, you want to slide? You're sliding down as your thing.
Well, okay.
Pull that up and tighten it.
I don't know how to tighten it. It's tight as it can go.
No, they're right here. Beep beep.
It's tight. What up, gang?
Hey gang.
I'm sorry if I was looking like I was sliding down. The mic was falling away from me, and I was like,
Hey, dude.
He's always warning me, don't touch the mic. It's going to make noises. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to touch the mic. I'm just going to slide down like I'm a pile of
Nah, man.
soft gelatin.
You look great.
Thank you. Okay, so that was number 2, Game of Thrones.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1.
Hold on. Can I make a guess? Because you
Yes.
made a guess.
Yes. I don't know if you're going to get it, but go ahead.
It's a sci-fi,
Very popular franchise.
science fiction.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to guess.
Okay. What was your guess going to be?
Ex Machina.
That's a good guess,
Another
but there's not
Villeneuve or whatever his name is.
Denis Villeneuve. Yeah. I mean, that's a good guess, but there's not enough. He didn't make Ex Machina, though. Deus Ex. I said Deus Ex. Ex Machina. Wait, what is that? It's Ex Machina.
Yeah, it's Deus Ex Machina.
But it's not Deus Ex. It's just
know.
Ex Machina. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't make that movie, though. It was the guy who did Annihilation that made that movie.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I can't remember
Sorry.
his name.
That guy's also getting up
great.
there.
He's great. No, my number 1, there's been actually a lot of games, but we haven't gotten one in a long time. James Bond.
Oh, great. Yeah.
We haven't gotten a James Bond game in forever. Oh, wait, they're making one.
They
Hitman.
are?
Yeah, the Hitman people, remember? I talked
Oh,
about
you're
this.
right.
Yeah, they showed a...
You're getting it. You're getting
Yeah.
your number 1.
All right, never mind. Let's throw it away. Right when I said that, I was like, oh, yeah, they're making one.
That's funny
I
because
forgot about that.
that's really funny because there's not a better team to make a Bond game.
Yeah, that's the perfect group. Yeah,
Good job.
I'm happy
So
about
you're
that.
getting your number 1
Yeah, I'm excited about
movie
that.
license that you want to see.
And it's an original story, too, which is cool. I'm happy with that.
And that's it.
An original story from the Bond universe. It's
I gotta
not,
grab that.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that. It's not a movie tie-in video game, which I'm okay with. Even though, do you have a favorite Bond video game?
Yeah, I do.
Which one? Everybody's gonna say Goldfinger or
Goldeneye.
Goldeneye.
I'm not going to say Goldeneye.
I'm
It's
not Goldeneye.
From Russia with Love.
That's mine. That's mine.
That's yours?
That's mine. I
That's
love
good.
From Russia with Love.
You know what? else is-
Arguably a better game than a movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nah, it's a great game.
Also, shout out to
Sean
there was-
Connery.
There was what's the actor who plays Bond now?
Oh, Daniel Craig.
There was a Daniel Craig game, 360. It came out maybe Which movie would
It
that have
was.
been?
I think they did a Quantum of Solace
Maybe it was
tie-in game.
Yeah, it was Quantum of Solace, and that was actually pretty
Really?
good. It was actually
I never
pretty good.
played it.
Oh, on
Because I
top of
hated
that,
the movie.
I actually wrote down 4 games that are licensed that
Oh, yeah,
were
go
really good and underrated.
Hit it.
Number 1 is The Thing. I can't remember who made it.
There's a Thing video game.
Yeah, on PS2. The same era as that Quantum of Solace, or From Russia with Love.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
There was a wow. That's okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, it was a great
Like
game.
it's like same vein as like Alien Isolation, I would imagine.
No, it was more like, geez. It's like a third-person kind of close corridor adventure there
Okay.
was some shootings and lots of fire. It's actually really good.
Dude, the early 2000s for like
it was written really well. And
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was in it. Like, yeah.
he was in it?
No, but his character.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
he came in and like voiced his character. Dude, the early 2000s for if you wanted to make a movie tie-in game, they
Yeah.
would greenlight anything.
They would.
They made a Godfather or a Sopranos video game for
Yeah.
some reason. That was a weird time.
So this is all the same era. The Warriors PS2 era.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was a
made by
Rockstar game.
Rockstar.
Yeah. That's weird.
I think the best first-person shooter on PS2 is Black Hawk Down.
Okay.
Black Hawk Down is an awesome movie tie-in. It's not maybe not a movie tie-in. It just takes place.
In Mogadishu?
Yes,
Okay.
it's the same people that were really involved.
Right. What
And
about
and it's not just the actions of Black Hawk Down when it happened, when the Black Hawks go down. It's all a bunch of missions leading up to that, and I think that's the final one.
okay.
So you play for hours before Black Hawks go down.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That'd be a boring game if it was
those were actually really good.
King Kong too.
And King Kong.
Peter Jackson's own King Kong, which is funny because that was the beginning. It was Peter Jackson King Kong, and then he was like, "Oh, I really like doing this. What if I made a Halo game?" And then it never happened.
Peter Jackson was going to make a Halo game.
He was
Really?
going to make a movie / TV show, and they were making. He was in the process of making a Halo
Yes.
game, and then
It turned into District 9.
well, yes, that part of the assets for the movie
Yeah.
got turned into District 9, but the game, some of the assets were transferred over to ODST, Halo 3 ODST.
Oh, really?
So now you know.
Which
Peter
is
Jackson.
really good.
Yeah, it is really good. So yeah, those are
What's that
movie
top five?
licenses. Movie
That's really-
licenses, TV licenses. We want to see revisited / seen again.
Now that
Or
Dune,
seen for the first time.
I think Dune would be really fun, and that game that is being developed right now that just released their trailer.
Yeah.
Or was a gameplay reveal? No, because
Both.
I saw their gameplay reveal a while ago,
Yeah.
but it didn't look
It's an open world MMO
great.
in a world full of sand. So
A lot of people are talking about it right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't look promising to me.
it looks like a base building MMO on Arrakis, and that's
Yeah.
not really what I want. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see if it's any good. There's, like I said, the flight simulator one is better than you'd think.
I'm gonna try that out.
It's pretty cool because you go and like pick up patrols that are out on the sand
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's basically all
Does
you
it
do.
take place in like
It's on Arrakis.
California desert?
No, it's in Arrakis. They built Arrakis,
Wow.
so you can fly around in the deserts of Arrakis, basically Jordan, but Arrakis.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Anyways,
That's really cool. Me and you both like Children of Men. We both like the books.
yeah,
and
we
everything.
do. That's a good shot. That could be a very interesting game for that version of that video game could be very
Yeah.
cool.
And now we have to wait another 3 years for the movie to come out. Part 3.
Children of Men or Dune?
Dune.
I was gonna say Children of Men. There's not a lot after the first movie. You know what I mean?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. So notable games of the week.
Games releasing this week.
We like to
Oh
do this.
man, this looks like. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought this top one that you put on here. I thought this was all the name, but I see. I see
I
the part
bolded
after
it-
was
I
your
bolded
note.
it too much.
Okay.
So games releasing this week, and the first one, Expeditions, a Mud Runner game. I really like these Mud Runner games. Snow Runner is fantastic.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to be better than Snow Runner, but if it's like similar
What
in
is
design,
this?
it's my favorite simulator type of games.
Okay.
It's a trucking simulator, sort of.
Okay.
A lot more in depth and a lot more budget than your basic sim games.
Okay. So the
And-
people in like Germany and like France are gonna love this. That's where a lot of the trekking simulator people are playing games like that.
No, I think the first game was called Spin Tires, a Mud Runner.
That's
game.
a bad name.
very bad. They changed their name. I think these guys were Russian. Then it became Mud Runner, and then the sequel to Mud Runner was Snow Runner.
Okay.
And now the sequel to Snow Runner is Expeditions, a Mud Runner
There's
game.
4 of these games?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I think they're really, really good. They're
All
very
right.
good. The best mud physics in the history of video games. So I love first of all, I like driving games, right? I like driving sims.
Yeah, we need a top 5.
So
Top 5
yeah.
mud physics in video games.
There is no other game that
That's
comes
funny.
close to the realism that I think this is the most realistic video game ever, franchise ever. There's no game that is
What?
remotely as realistic. I don't think so.
That's
Flight
crazy.
Sim, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is the most realistic game.
That's a wild take.
A lot of people play this game because it's they call them Zen games,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
like Power.
Like farming
Exactly.
simulator.
Like,
Yeah.
you can just chill out and play. It's very hard to get from point A to point B by going in a straight line, but people try to, and they're like, "Oh, this game sucks." What you have to do in real life, you have to do in the video game.
You have to
turn-
detour.
you have to turn
Yeah.
your wheel constantly. You can't let it sit.
Right.
So you're always moving, and you're always solving problems like winching against tree or winching
Winching. Yeah. Winch.
with trees or rocks and stuff like that. It's fun.
One of my favorite things that GTA 5 ended up doing was having a taxi driver mode.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love doing this. Just getting people where they need to go in Los Santos.
GTA 6
Better have
has
that.
a very big opportunity to do these type of sim.
Role-playing sim stuff, yeah.
Like
That's
they
so
could do
true.
it.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Number 2, Outlast Trials. This game
Yeah.
just came out. Well, it comes out today or tomorrow.
This week.
This
we'll say.
week.
That's what we'll say.
But the reviews are out. And
Yeah, it's getting pretty good reviews from what I've seen.
really, I've been getting mixed reviews.
Yeah, Mick. But I mean,
It's in the same vein as the other Outlast games,
Right,
which
right.
I like. Do you like?
yeah, I liked 1 more than 2, but 2 was still spooky,
Yeah.
obviously.
This one is a co-op game. It's
I saw-
a first-person horror co-op game.
And based on like some of the things I've seen, they're very much playing into like the
Saw.
what?
Is it Saw?
Kind of, I guess, but I saw more like VR like ideas.
Okay.
I guess the trendiness of that right now.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Expeditions, a Mud Runner game, also got. I saw one review and it was highly
10. Oh,
It was a high review. It was 8 or 9. All right, number 3. I wrote this down because this is interesting. Hairdresser Simulator. Now,
speaking of Zen games,
speaking of Zen games, so I wrote this down because I am a big fan of technology, new technology in games, and the hair physics in this game look fantastic.
this is going to be the best hair physics you've ever seen in video games.
This is the best hair physics I've ever seen in a video game coming from the trailer.
Top 5 mud physics and top 5 hair physics in video
So
games.
you're going to be able to cut. James, what did you think about this? You saw the trailer.
So here's the thing. There's something very like in very much the same vein as like Zen.
Yeah.
There's something very Zen about watching somebody cut hair.
Yeah, it's
So
hard.
I could totally get behind this. I would love to play this
They
game.
have layers. They were lifting up this girl's hair, and she had layers.
Yeah.
And I've never seen layers of hair. It's usually just one droopy thing.
Right. It's also probably because that alone, like the hair physics in that game, is taking up all the computing power.
it will. So hair
There's
physics,
nothing else outside of it,
water physics, sand physics,
Right.
anything that flows and it takes like shapes.
and has its own momentum
Yeah,
essentially.
it's really hard to do. So shout out to this game.
Hairdresser Simulator. I'm gonna play this. It comes out on PC first, and it comes out a little bit later this year on console.
Yeah,
from we
that's
saw.
what I didn't catch when
Yeah.
I put it down.
Comes
but-
out on March 6th for PC.
Okay.
So
But
I'll probably play
TBA
this.
for consoles this year.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, it'll be funny because it'll come out for consoles, and the hair will be all crappy.
You know what?
It'll look terrible.
You know what? They did that to me. They put Xbox Series X, PS5 in the trailer.
Yeah.
They just kind of subtly
It's
said-
underneath the
Yeah.
actual release date for PC.
Also, by the way, coming from a guy who I work here as an artist, they have a really good cover, a really good logo design.
Right.
The hairdressing simulator.
I mean, you would notice that. You are
It's
that guy.
A very, very good cover.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna play it.
All right. And number 4, I saw this because a while ago I saw some woman on Instagram talking about a game that she was making that she's been spending 8 years of her life making, and it comes out this week. It's called Potions: A Curious Tale, and it's like a top-down Zelda-looking game where you
Okay.
create potions and you go on an adventure. And it's made by mostly one person, but she's had help with like 6 or 7 other people.
That's cool.
And I just wanted
This sounds
Say
like
this out. to
the
shout this
video
out.
game that Melody plays. Your wife. Unpacking.
Unpacking. No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Well, the art style is very very cartoony, I guess,
Right.
not pixely, but it looks pretty good. And for someone to put 8 years of their life into making a game,
It's like Stardew Valley.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Kidding
Yeah.
me? I'd give up 6 months in. Not even.
Yeah.
No
and
follow
then
through.
number 5, a very popular game,
Yeah.
WWE 2K24, which these games have been, I don't know, I've never played them, but I hear they're terrible. But this one
Yeah.
looks really good.
It's also getting pretty good reviews.
It's
from
getting
what
good
I've seen.
reviews, and
Yeah.
the graphics look fantastic.
Yeah. One thing I will say about the WWE games that they do very well is the player created stuff that they have, like wrestlers and stuff, can
Yeah.
be really funny. Like I
Yes.
played 2K23 for a little bit because I think it was on Game Pass or something. And you could go in and get player created wrestlers, and you could get basic, like their player creator system's amazing. Like
Oh.
you could play as who's the big Sully from Monsters Inc.
Oh, wow.
That's a character you can pick, and you can get Shrek. Like it's all a bunch of random stuff.
So how is this game? Is it what kind of like
It's a
combat
wrestling game.
system is it?
It's very honestly, it's very unique. It's a lot of like button combinations to get you to do certain things.
So it's not like Tekken where.
No.
Are you familiar with Tekken?
Yes.
Where you hit square and circle or square and X, and you grab, and then you
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. Yeah.
and then you could punch and then grab,
Right.
Or you can grab then punch type of stuff.
Right. That sounds closer to like UFC, because UFC is closer to that. This is more like
Well, UFC,
square and X, and then press.
UFC, you initiate a grapple,
Right.
and then you're stuck in the grapple until someone breaks out of it.
Right.
In Tekken, you initiate a throw, basically.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I meant.
I guess it's kind of like that. Yeah. There are like, but I would say it's more limited.
Okay.
Because Tekken's absurd. And this is more like it kind of from what I played, and this is 2K23, so this could be different. It's more based around like your specialties and what type of quote unquote wrestler
It's
that you
supposed
are.
to be made to look realistic, right? As opposed to AEW, which is very that game is very arcadey.
Oh, AEW the game, right? I saw a clip of somebody in AEW like yesterday, 2 days ago, and he jumped through a glass table from like a ladder that was standing in the middle, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Why would anybody do this?"
I don't know.
And then like the camera was getting like a close up of his back, and you could see the blood starting to pool, like from the
Ugh.
glass shards, and I was like, "This is on TBS. What's going on?" But yeah,
that's
anyways.
cool. You got to compete with the big guys.
Yeah. But anyways,
it.
yeah, WWE 2K24. Hey, you know what?
Go at it.
Wrestling's back.
I think
you know?
my brother's been waiting for a good wrestling game. I think this is it.
We haven't had.
this is it.
It's become very much in like the same sense that the NFL games are, where it's been one group of people making this like football games for the last however long, and that's kind of what wrestling felt like it was turning into. And it seems like maybe 2K is getting something good here.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll
Yep.
see. We'll see.
That's it.
That's what we got coming out this week.
Oh my
Big
gosh.
Games Expeditions, a Mud Runner game sequel to Snow Runner. That's all one word. That's all the
It's
title.
all one title. Oh man, what games are you playing this week, James?
What games have I been playing? Okay, so Helldivers? Been playing some Helldivers.
Me too.
Still fun.
Still
killing lots
haven't
of
played with
bugs.
you.
Killing a bunch of automatons. I sent you a friend request.
He doesn't like playing with us.
PlayStation 5 doesn't work very well.
Wait. Stop.
2.
Why does your PlayStation 5 not work?
No, I just think the system isn't very good.
Yeah.
Like the UI and everything is not
I tried
very good.
to hook up Discord. I know there's Discord on
yeah.
PS5,
Yeah.
but you have to go through your phone to use it on your PS5.
You have to talk through your phone?
No, you have to
Oh.
like you have to start on your phone and then transfer it to PS5. So
I think that's how
annoying.
they all are for those
No,
outside apps.
On my Xbox, I can just go right into the home menu button, press it, and go to Discord and see who's on.
Yeah,
and
but that's
go
because
right in.
we did that, remember? Because you were having issues with that.
Yeah, but you can't do that on PS5. I've tried.
Anyways,
It's annoying.
PS5's not great.
PS5
it's a great console. Like a good, well-run console, good games. The UI is not good. Just basically everything outside of the games I don't love, other than the controller.
So I got a PS5 first, right, in this generation, and I used my PS5 for a year and a half before I got a Series X, and I must say that Series X is a lot better. I have a better time on the Series X. Although, I mean, people want those exclusives.
Yeah.
And Helldivers is awesome, but it came out on PC, and if I had
a PC that could run it, you would play it on that.
If I had a PC that can run it, and play it on that.
That's fair. I would do the same thing probably.
Yeah.
But Steam is not much better in terms of.
No, Steam's the best.
Really?
In terms of what? In terms of everything?
Well, no, just like
in terms of you can't like pop a disc in.
Yeah, but like maneuverability of the UI.
Oh no, it's the best.
Really? You think that?
Yeah, it's not even close.
Dude, you suck. I'm just,
like what is wrong with it?
I just think Steam. There's so much like garbage on Steam. Just a ton of.
It's
like,
not curated.
You could put
the
anything
best.
on Steam.
But when it comes to your friends and what your friends are playing, to get in with your friends, the message boards of the games, how to fix things, like it's just, you can go to like your community servers basically through Steam really easily. Your mods through Steam Workshop extremely easily. It's just like it's really easy. They make everything so easy. The deals, you can refund.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Isn't it like 10 hours and then?
No, it's 2 hours depending on the game. Unless the game is 2 hours long, then no, you can't.
Right.
Can't get a refund.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of Steam, though, and Helldivers, there were 2 game companies that were pretending to be Helldivers.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure like they got posted on Steam.
Yeah.
Like as games you could purchase.
Steam refunded them, but of course, because I think they're good.
Crazy.
But yeah. They kicked them out really fast. But you're going to get that kind of stuff.
That's terrifying. Okay, so Helldivers.
What else are you playing?
Helldivers. Sifu. I started Seafood.
Oh wow!
I keep calling it that.
Yeah,
Seafood.
Did you talk about what you like? Do you like it?
I just played past the prologue, so I'm not very far. Right. But yeah, the mechanics feel very smooth. I'm excited to actually get into a fight, like a fight that's not the prologue fight, where you can't lose.
They get hard.
Yeah, I'm expecting that.
They use the environments really well too.
I noticed that in the prologue. Like you can, if you're next to a table, you use the table to your advantage. Or if you're like next to a footstool, you'll fling it at somebody and then you can go and attack them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Really cool.
I've been replaying. I replayed all of the. This is going to sound absurd.
Go ahead. Try me.
I replayed all the Halo games over the weekend.
No, you didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm into Infinite.
Did you play ODST?
Not those. Only I can't remember what made me want to do. Yeah, I think I just wanted to play them. Oh, they have the playlist on the Xbox or on the Master Chief Collection. Yeah. The Master Chief Saga or whatever it was called. And I noticed I never beat it through the playlist. So I was like, all right, well, let's just do this.
What difficulty are you playing on?
I just played on normal.
Gosh,
so I could go through
dang it. What are you doing? You have to play on heroic.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No wonder you're playing these so fast.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. But I was just doing it for the playlist. I've played those games so many times. I realized actually at the end of 4, I'd never beaten 4 on the MCC, on Master Chief Collection.
Me either, because I was so disappointed in it.
4 is not great. But now playing Infinite, I really like Infinite, man. I do like Infinite. The story... They really do. I haven't beaten it.
Wait,
the
did you play
time.
Halo 5? Oh, you're only going through MCC. Yeah, got it.
No, I wouldn't have played Halo 5 anyways. 5.
Do you think 4 is better than 5?
Yes, I think 4 is better than 5. But 5, gameplay wise, 5 is probably better. But
like
story
wise,
4 is so much better.
I'll give you mechanics wise, but 4 is
story is a lot better than 4.
Man, 5 is a mess.
5 is a disaster. It's disgusting. It's also partially due to like a lot of the marketing that led up to 5.
I don't like when games or any type of media go, oh, you have to read this book to understand this plot, or you have to follow this.
Yeah. You have to really know who Chief's team is, and I can't remember what they're called. Alpha team, green team, yellow team, something like that. And I'm like, I don't have any connection to any of these characters.
No.
Other than Chief. And then Locke. Good luck with Locke, other than the guy that's the Buck, because he was an ODST. Yeah. But other than that,
Nathan Fillion.
I don't care about these dudes. Yeah, 5's a mess. Just a disaster. So I didn't play that one. So I went straight to Infinite. I'm having a lot of fun. The shooties in that game, I just feel so nice just popping grunts in the noggin, killing brutes and whatnot. Elites too. It feels so good. I'm glad they went back to the art style of the original series versus like 4, because 4 they introduced a new style that the elites and the grunts all looked like, and the brutes. Well, I guess they weren't brutes in the game. The elites and the grunts looked like.
Yeah.
And then they went back in Infinite to the classic look, and it looks so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good game. I like Infinite.
That's
I think that open world actually works, in my opinion, like kind of well,
Okay.
because it's unique.
It'd be
Like
really
the ring
cool if
world.
you could just go through different biomes, is what they call
Yeah,
them.
you're right. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and that they do use the ring is destroyed, so they don't do any of that. It's kind of a cop out. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
convenient.
biomes because the ring's destroyed, and it's like, okay, well, why isn't everything not dead then? Why are the trees still alive?
I don't know. It's all man. I was really disappointed in that campaign,
Oh, dang it.
and I was like,
I
well,
like
at
it.
least I can play with a friend. Nope.
Yeah, not until later. Yeah, not until later. Stupid.
Yeah.
I think they tease a lot of really cool stuff at the end of that game, but we'll see.
Is that all you're playing?
I think so. I play a little bit F1 because the season started, so back in F1 a little bit. And yeah,
Can I
that's
tell
it.
you what I'm playing?
Yeah, what are you playing? What do you got here, list man?
All right. So I was injured
That's
for
true.
about 4
You're
days.
down for the
I
count.
was down only on my back. So I used what is that called? Like the bone thing for your phone? It fits your phone.
The bone for your phone.
Yeah. Forget what it's called. Crossbones.
It's a case.
Well, it's a phone adapter or whatever
Right.
for your controller, for a controller on your phone. And your phone is like a screen.
Mhm.
So
Your phone's like a
my son
screen.
kept saying, "Are you playing a Nintendo Switch?" I was like, "No, this is my phone." He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm not interested." I'm like, "But you can still play games on it." He's like, "Not interested. I'm only interested in Nintendo Switch."
That's fair.
He's never even seen or
Does
played one.
has he ever played a Nintendo Switch?
No.
Okay.
I don't
all
know
right.
why, but
Oh,
his
let's
friends
figure
at
it out,
school
dude.
say it, so that's what he wants. So I was playing streaming games, right? So PlayStation Stream, whatever you call
Right,
it,
right.
PS Now, Stream stuff, whatever. Played Fallout New Vegas a lot.
Good game.
Played it for almost 12 hours straight.
Great
on
game.
my back. I was just
Do you have?
jumped in an old save and I did not know that there was a FPS boost in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing at 60 frames. I was really happy about that.
Basically anything that Microsoft bought, they have boosted at this point.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun.
Do you have those glasses when you're laying down that you can put your head down and then you have these glasses and they work as like a periscope
No,
so you can see what you're looking at?
no, I actually couldn't lay flat on my back. I had to be propped up a little bit. Spine.
This guy was messed up.
Don't play
I'm not
football.
kidding. He looks like a pretzel.
play football.
Don't play football.
No, play football.
No, tell your kids to play baseball.
10 years of football, man. Rough on you.
Sounds like you're doing great.
Yeah, so I thought it was great. Our coworker Floyd loves this game.
Yeah, Floyd loves fall. He basically loves Bethesda.
Yeah. So I was happy to talk to him about the adventures I went on, and he knows everything about this game.
Yeah.
Everything. Every inch
Nook
of
and
this
cranny.
game.
Yeah.
Then I played Star Wars Dark Forces from my boys at...
You preface this by saying that every time.
I know. I don't know these people.
Which is
Night Dive
funny because
Studios.
they're calling them your boy.
I call them my friends, my boys, because they do everything I want.
But they're not your boy. They don't know who you
No,
are.
they don't know me. I'm just saying my boys. They're my boys. They have to be my boys.
Okay.
They read my
Please.
mind because they make games. They make the exact games I want to play at that time. They
Right.
just come out with them. Like, hey, you like Turok?
Remaster
you
time.
Want to remaster Turok 1, 2, and 3? Here you go.
You want a point and click Blade Runner game
Yes.
that looks like Mist?
No, it doesn't look like Miss.
Oh.
I just love Night Dive. They do great things. They remade. What's the BioShock?
BioShock.
System Shock.
Oh.
Fantastic game. Oh, everything they do is really good.
I've heard System Shock remakes really
And
good.
so their newest one was Star Wars Dark Forces, which came out in, I don't know, 1995?
Do they only remaster games?
1995?
Do they only remaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, they remake as well because System
yeah.
Shock is a complete
Right,
remake.
right.
It took them a long time, but it's a really good game. So Dark Forces, I beat it in one sitting. Awesome. Love this game.
Wow,
I know
really?
this game. I know this game really
You weren't sitting.
back of my hand.
Nice back. Good one.
I love this game. It was the very first-person shooter to have like cutscenes and a story
Oh,
and
okay.
jumping and looking up and down, stuff like that. One of the first.
And that's when everything changed because you're like, I got to make this inverted.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's
Disgusting.
probably on PS1. That's probably when I learned that I like inverted controls. for first-person shooters. Yeah, for sure. Played Dead Island 2 because that came to what's it called? Game Pass.
Game Pass, yeah.
Didn't play it co-op with anybody.
I downloaded that.
It's actually really good.
I've heard it's a fun co-op game.
It's actually really good, really funny. I like a good comedy game. This is a great comedy game.
Dead Island has it's weird because that's not really a comedy game in the first one.
No.
It's kind of a more serious, but
zombie.
This one,
apocalypse.
this
one's clearly
it
comedy.
feels like it's more in like the vein of Dead Rising a little bit.
Yeah, or Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
It's really good. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. Now, I played this because I was looking for a game that reminded me of Dune.
Right. It's
watched
infecting
the
us
movie.
in many ways.
Yep. And I was like, what can I play that gets me that grimy, futuristic stuff?
Where can I get the spice?
Where can I get the spice?
Yeah.
So I thought Warhammer 40K Dark Tide hit the right spots. It was cool. And it's 40K. It's Warhammer. So there is a lot of Dune in 40K.
Yeah, except the lore multiplied by about 4.
Yeah, multiplied.
They have whole Bibles written in Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, don't even. I mean, I think it's a deep dive in.
It's really, which is insane because
Wikipedia.
it used to be Warhammer used to be here. Have these figures, paint them yourself, spend $50 on it, and then here we'll give you this Warhammer 40K Bible written by this religion.
This game is really good, by the way. It's like a Left 4 Dead game, but with more structure when it comes to advancing your character and stuff.
Yeah, you have
that.
like more specific roles.
Yeah.
Depending on which class you are, essentially.
Very good. A little buggy. I mean, more like hitchy, like a frame rate hitchy. Mm-hmm. And a lot of fun. I played with people that were really nice with me. They're like, hi, are you new to the game? Yeah.
What faction are you part of? And then you said it and they blew your head off.
It's kind of hard to figure out where to go. But the level design is actually really clever. So I was happy. Way better than Vermintide 2. Because it's very... It just seems like Vermintide 2. Just 40,000 years into the future. And that's it. And now,
I forgot about that.
And then,
that's weird.
Yeah. And then the last game, which I'll end on, is a mobile game. Because I was on my back. So let me play a mobile game. And I played Arena Breakout. And earlier last year, I mentioned that there is a game coming out. And James made fun of me. It's coming out for mobile. It's an extraction shooter, but there's a lot of weight behind it. I played it,
and it's garbage.
And it is it's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Sure? It's not Tarkov. It's like Tarkov in.
You can't say it's like Tarkov on your phone.
No,
that doesn't work.
It's like Tarkov. I mean, yeah, it is like Tarkov on your phone.
It'd be like if I said Score Hero was like FIFA on your phone.
I don't even know what you just said.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's like Tarkov. The menu. I mean, the UI is exactly like Tarkov. It's a NetEase game, or
why don't you just play PUBG on your phone? Because that's a real thing that exists.
Yeah, I don't. I thought this is better than PUBG.
Okay, the phone version of PUBG.
And it was fun, and that's it. Played. I've befriended people from all over the country and the planet playing this game.
The planet, the whole planet.
Yeah,
they're probably Chinese.
Yeah, they are,
and they have all your information now.
Yeah, well, they're my friends now.
Yeah. That's what friends do.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. We're done.
Episode 37.
We both have our arms crossed right now because it's really cold.
It's really cold in here.
It's very cold in here. We don't have the heater on, and the temperature has dropped significantly since we started.
I'm wearing a Boba Fett shirt.
And
Speaking of Star Wars.
He's wearing Bob Fett. Great pitcher in the MLB for a long time. That was Bob Feller, but that's a good
Bob
joke.
Fett.
The heater from Van Meter. Okay, that's it. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to episode number 37. Please remember, if you don't mind, if you're listening to this on audio, you can watch us on YouTube. Active Reload, just put that in the search bar. You'll find us.
Yep.
Very easy. We post once a week, try to, unless he comes out looking like a pretzel at a baseball game. Then we have to stop. Or if I'm sick. One of the two.
Yeah, we're good.
It happens. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Grant will probably reply.
I will.
Maybe I'll reply too. Maybe I'll sneak in there, say something as well. Just like and subscribe, though, at the very least. We'd greatly appreciate it. Tell your friends about it. Word of mouth is very important, especially for podcasts like this, because there's an ungodly amount of podcasts in the world that we live in today. So just tell them all, hey, we're the best.
Shout out Share to Media.
Jimmy and Grant are the best at making podcasts. And that's what we do. All right, we'll see you guys next week. We'll talk about... so let's see. Next week, we're going to talk about cooking simulators.
Yeah, cooking simulators.
Hold us to it.
Cooking
we'll
Mama.
talk about it. Cooking Mama. We'll
Love
talk about
that
it next
game.
week. All right, see you guys next week.
Take it easy. Cooking Mama.
Good episode.